Okay. Again, if you borrow a calculator from me today, make sure you get it back to my caddy. I'm still missing, I think, one. I think there's one missing. So, but again, that's if you're doing certain stuff on it, just make sure. Okay. Yep. All right. Bring up our practice semester test.
That is the other side. That is not the other side.
I'm working on it.
All right.
That's not either.
Real quick, pay attention to this. So this is going to be hopefully helpful for you. So semester guide. This is due on Wednesday this week. So keep that in mind. I know we're on an early out Wednesday, so if need be, we'll get a decision tomorrow. I might have your semester test for you guys on Thursday. That way you get a full class to work on. Does that make sense? I don't want it to go early out. Okay. So we'll play that by ear tomorrow. If you guys are ready to take it, we can take it Wednesday, but I want a unanimous decision by you guys. Because putting it Thursday is not a big deal for me. Okay? Make sense? I just want to give you a full day to work on it. Now, question 1, just remember it's points, lines, and planes. I will switch the picture. 2, it'll be either a distance or midpoint problem. The formulas are on the board over here. You can see them. They're going to stay there unless somebody erases them, then they're not going back up there. So, because some people they think it's funny to walk in and erase stuff. So if it's gone, it doesn't go back up there. So, alright. Number 3, this would be an angle-based problem. So it'll be a new picture, but I'll ask you a serious question about angles. Something very straightforward, kind of like number 3 here. 4, it'll be a problem where there's 2 pictures. You have to tell me if they're convex or concave, regular, irregular, and what the name is. You have to be specific. You can't say it's a 7-gon. There's better names than that, like heptagon or septagon. Know the names. If you need to know the names of the polygons, type in Google the names of polygons and it comes up with all 12 of those. Okay? Alright. Number 5. This is one we did I think it was last Thursday maybe. We did this one where we wrote down the different, maybe it was Wednesday. We wrote down the different sentences, the inverse, converse, contrapositives. Make sure you watch that video. 6. This is the one that we did on Thursday last week where I showed you the 2 different problems that could sit there. It's either a distribution problem or it's a commutative problem. It'll be 3 to 4 steps. It's going to be easy. Number 7, I warned you of this last Thursday. This problem is changing. It has to change. I was dropped on this on Wednesday. Every class has to have one race format question. Not race car, but race format question. Right?
I'll take a race car.
Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a normal algebra problem. And you have to explain in words what the answer is for x. Does that make sense? So, but that means it's going to be a geometry problem, but it's going to have algebra where you solve for x, like 2x plus 1 equals 11. And you have to solve it, and you have to tell me in words how you're doing it. That way you can write a couple sentences, I think it's like 4 to 5 sentences, explaining like what the properties are and how you're doing it. Okay? That's the question. Now, Wednesday, if need be, that might be a day where we just practice that. Okay, we'll explain. That's up to you guys tomorrow if you guys are ready or not. Okay? Alright, but that time has changed. I warned you of that last Thursday. Today, we're going to start with number 8, and we're going to work our way to the bottom. My goal tomorrow is to get through 11. So my problems today that I want to do, I only want to do number 8 and 9. That's it. That's all I want to cover today. And then we'll talk about what tomorrow will bring and what Wednesday will bring if need be. Okay? Alright, let's start with number 8. You should recognize these problems. They're just on your latest test. If you haven't noticed your practice semester test here, I basically picked 3 problems from each section. I just put more from this last chapter because it's the most familiar with me. So, hopefully that makes sense to you. Alright, number 8. What can you tell me about 2 and 6? Alternate interiors. Write that down on this. So right here, you're going to write alt interior. Write that down right now. Alt interior. This is what I'll do. On test day, I'll have different words there in the word bank. The word bank is literally right here. And again, I will clearly warn you on semester test day if there's any additions or subtractions to that list. I could put vertical, I could put linear pair, supplementary, complementary. I can put anything I want there, as long as it's a word that we've previously discussed. All right, What about 3 and 1? Corresponding? Okay, good. 3 and 1 are corresponding. Again, what corresponding is, according to definition, same position of an intersection. One's inside, one's outside. They're on one side of the transversal. 2 and 3. Same side interior. Same side interior. That's 2 and 3. They're on the same side of the transversal inside. 8 and 4. Alt exterior. And the last one, 7 and 5. Corresponding. Alright. Again, these words can repeat. It doesn't need to be like, you're not going to use the word once and cross it off. The word bank is up above. Don't spell them wrong. It's nothing's worse than somebody just saying, oh, it's opposite interiors. That's not an option. It's called alternates. Okay? Because it's written right here. Right there. There's your option. Okay, we're good to number 8. Okay, let's go to number 9. Alright, this is my last question of the day, and then I'm going to explain what we're going to do the rest of the week, and I'll get kind of an opinion on what from you guys what you want to do here. Alright, number 9. You should recognize this question. It was from the last chapter test. You have to solve for x and y. We talked about this one in class one day. It'll be something like that where you have to use, those angles, alt interior, alt exterior, corresponding, same side interior, but you have to solve for x and y. I'm just going to pick one where you have to do some solving. Like, I'm not going to mean to make it hard or easy. It's just a problem I picked out of the book. So just kind of be aware of that. I just picked this one because this is the last one you saw, and I thought it was the one that you probably had the most questions on. So for 120 and x, these two angles have to add up to be 180. Because they're same side interior. So what does that x have to be? 60. This has to be 60, because if that's 60, these have to be 180, and that's same side interior. Now, why that's important? Now that I know that x is 60, I can use that for the rest of this problem. I can plug the 60 in over here, because I actually know my x is 60. So this turns out to be 180 minus 70. So this angle over here turns out to be 110. That's this angle. That's 110. So if that angle is 110, that means the angle next to it has to be 70. Now, how do I know that? Because if this is 110, what do these have to add up to be? 180. That's why this angle here is 70. That always boggles people's minds, like, Ward, how do you know that? You have to add up to be 180. I already knew that angle over there is 110. So now that I know that, now I can solve for y. Solve for y and figure out what y is, because the 4x, the 3y plus 40 equals 70. Alright. So, number one thing. Make sure that you are taking your time to solve for y, solve for x on this problem. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. Tomorrow, I want to do number 10 and 11, because that should be the last part, right? It's only 11 questions. So tomorrow, we'll do 10 and 11. Now, my goal tomorrow was to answer any questions you still have on this thing. I can make up other problems. If you guys want to take your semester test Wednesday, I'm totally fine with that, because it's only 11 questions. There's no vocab, but if you feel that you need an entire class, we'll get a vote on that tomorrow. Does that make sense? So tomorrow is kind of a day where we're going to come in here, we'll try a couple problems out. I might make up a new problem for these down here and see how well you do. But Wednesday is, right now we're tentatively setting our semester test Wednesday. But if we get a poll tomorrow that we feel we want a whole work day, we'll move it to Thursday, but that's up to you guys. Okay? And I want you to be prepared, because there's a lot of semester tests on Thursday, I think, this week. So be mentally prepared for that. Alright, questions at all about this? Okay, what I'm going to do for you right now, you have about 15 minutes. You can work on your practice guide on your own. If you have a calculator in mind, make sure to get it back, because I think I'm missing one still, but that's my last class of the day to return it. Make sure that you take the last 15 minutes, finish this up. Tomorrow we'll go through 10 and 11, and then we should be ready for the semester test. The rest of the time is yours. You can work on whatever you need to.
Could I have my It's so hard. Okay, I think shut I don't get this.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Obviously, that's big. And then there you go, there you do that.
My life is a lot. Their lives.
And the silicon one is sort of, you get one for all that. Specifically what you want to go on and go over here, so there's two, so that points into minus. Oh my gosh, get the birthday cake down.
Shut
No, the poster cross, yeah, just what's on the y-axis.
It's like a scary.
Okay,
I'm telling you it's 6.
The,
Why don't you just try 6 and then find out? How do we go out?
so, why, okay.
Because you know I'm right. Why don't you just try 6 first?
Why?
Let's take opportunity. Come on. Okay, I have a question. Is there this one? What's the B? The B's are crosses on the y. It's not 6. It's not crossing on the y.
So what I would do now, find slope, pick one of the two coordinates you have, plug it into this form first. So you have your slope, you have one of the coordinates you picked, then you can rearrange it in this one. That way you don't need, because it doesn't tell you the y intercept, so you'll find that if you're looking. Distribute this number through, add it to the rest.
I thought you had to see it. Can I make a mistake? They turn out to No! Because I have to sign in your register. No, I'm not, I have some that I want to I'm not ready to jump into it now.
Hassler, all we did today is we went over number 8 and 9 of our practice semester test. Tomorrow we'll go to 10, 11,
We go from there.
and then we're gonna take a poll tomorrow and whether we want to take the semester test on Wednesday or Thursday this week, so that we get an extra day, but if we're ready for Wednesday, we'll take it Wednesday, so.
I don't want to touching the, it's on my back. That's not my fault. That's absolutely not. Well, I guess, you better regret.
So good.
You're not gonna learn from not gonna run that. She'll be dead. She'll be dead where you're gonna stay at if you do that.
But I've heard like.
She's done. No, but I'm not done. She wants something.
Oh, look at this. You already asked me. Was that good?
No, they're saying that the only
How about
answer.
you? How was your week? That's my week just started. Pretty good. Weekend. Weekend?
I did it.
It was pretty good.
I'm making 25%.
What? Drifting.
I put your mom's voice.
George.
Regular is all the malls and
Chris.
overall.
What? Oh.
Automatically regular. It's very rare.
Did I say that after you said shut up?
It was an accident.
Yeah, just trying to do that.
They have them both.
No, I got it. But I procrastinate. What time is it? I have no my computer yet. Maybe I won't.
Gotta be slower than that.
It's an idea. I know right now,
Yeah.
23. Oh, look at that. I don't know, that's what my thing is.
Imagine something like that.
What the heck did I do?
Fun
I
laugh.
wanted to change the background. Yeah, it's stupid now. Like,
And they're both back to back, so.
what is, and you know this,
You know,
mine is
Right,
so
you know the back of the-
wall.
I mean, she's really, really
She gave to
I
her.
just need that one.
I heard about it.
So what one?
Do that last year?
Yeah, it has to be.
What? No.
Well, now
Did you
it's
buzz it?
young.
All the way. It's like shit. It's like almost balls.
so like,
Cheeto.
I'm one
Now you know
of
who's
my
supposed
wall
to be.
People say she's mean.
Jacob,
I've heard.
where's your punches at? I have felt better today.
She's nice.
Well, Matt punched it, so it was.
That's a what?
She's
Check your spam.
I got music every time I was like,
Heart.
I'm even Spanish one. Yo. What? I was in Spanish one. And then I was still in Spanish one.
no.
So was I.
No, last year.
No.
I want to be there.
I
As a project to make a video of them. Shut up, sis. And you can only have a certain amount of words and yeah, I could have music. Shut up. Pictures. Exactly. So it could be 3 to 5 minutes. I don't know what we're doing.
I don't know if you know.
I'll play dodgeball.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Oh, that's
Mine
my
is all
kid.
like this.
don't know if you noticed.
They don't kill me.
Do I have this? Oh, wait.
Should check your email. Mine.
Like, one of them said, no, one of them.
I'm throwing at
Seriously, to do it right here now.
Plus is really weird.
Maybe Mr. Vince.
Throwing at Sam. There's a bunch of people in FP. I just want to know.
I got a long story.
Yeah.
That's what I put.
Is that what you're thinking?
Upper class. Down with this. No. Upper class.
Not me.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll throw one at George's face really bad. It used to be weird, don't watch it. Huh? You won't.
I was for saying, I'm like, you do that.
He's a good teacher for smart
He's good for both. Albert's good for smart.
That's really cool. Speaking English.
You know it.
Let me show you the best song. I don't even know. Some better song than this. Lachona. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any vacation. It's a good song.
I wanted to take an auto.
I had this video one.
So we're gonna keep it. Let's keep it.
That's for his shoe.
What?
I'm thinking, because I'm not.
Nothing. There's just speed holes.
What's her what?
Speed
Says
holes.
that, then
They make me go
automatically
faster.
wait, I'm wrong.
What's her mom say? She wants me to get new ones. New speed holes or just new shoes? New
That's
shoes?
what you're there.
What you doing? You sit over? No. Welding class. Oh, sparks we come down on. Oh, and just melt right from.
I think that's, no, I've tried.
But I don't know how this happened. I don't know if there's a way. How's your other shoe? Do you have another speedo for that? I like 6. Look.
If I could just download and put some games like that, is that?
When you kick the ball in PE too, I wish I did
Google share.
When you kick the ball in PE.
Well,
A
she's
barrel
supposed to go,
football.
I'll see.
Have you ever had this? You ever had it? This one was like, oh, that's James.
No, it's so
So that means you just have a whole playlist of things to recommend. Because full time.
No one belongs in the category gaming. Yeah, you can use it.
I know, but sometimes you do. There you go.
You need to.
Sometimes you
Eh-eh.
have study hall.
You get weird apps now.
I'm not too weird.
You get something pretty. Good. How about you? Good. What? It's Friday. So I can get to Christmas and no I bought all that things. Science and English. English. I suck.
We have to do single title in every single class, and then every single class you have to do one grade score. And one of the class you have to do the next one.
This one established pretty well.
This is why I don't like education system.
First time you did that,
Very.
first word. When I did that, the first word I saw was God.
I only have 2 A's. 2 A's or 2 A's and the rest are all B's. B's? Yeah, I only have 2 B's. You have a B or 2 B's.
So what's funnier?
Shut up.
So you have a B, how?
I didn't do the newsletter.
Or the
What?
whole of my room.
Newsletter. I didn't do the newsletter.
In the first quarter?
I don't even know what it is.
I have the
Oh,
secret
they know that thing she posted on the Yeah. What are you supposed to do?
That newsletter, there's a, you have that bond of it. You can do it as a
Why is it not fun?
I literally don't. You can see your answers when they come. Which ones are right? I'm gonna get that done. I just copied it. Just do it one time. Shut up.